You have a juggling accident or something?
It's like an upside down spoon. Yeah, so it's not even a useful spoon. Pull the pin and smack him. Well, there's a few plot twists I didn't expect.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride.
Wait and see what other side quest swoops in before we can start this one. Wasn't jaywalking, officer? Promise. Wow, that's a lot of traffic. Yeah, we're fine. Definitely sus. Relax, we're not losing him. Plus, the sun just turned on. Oh, what are we getting into? Oh, we could tick off being in a patrol car now. We've done that. Damn, that's heavy. No, we're gonna stick this out.
He's fucked in the head. The world's fucked in the head. And you're fucked in the head because my fucked up head is inside it.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride.
And see what happens next in becoming a Grey Warden.
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Yeah, nothing sus. Okay, well, what's the second task? Oh, slapped him.
My Grey Warden sense is tingling.
Fight that guy. Team up. Oh, wow. That guy's launched a big fireball at us. Shit. Oh, knocked him down.
Well, well.
Oh, Morgan.
What have we here?
I am Shade. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds.
I'm thinking of Alistair. Maybe Alistair should marry Honora.
Are you serious?
Oh, he's right there.
No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me.
I can persuade. I'm a master of persuasion. Don't you worry.
Is this something Alistair even desires?
I think I can convince him. Be playing matchmaker for the fate of the whole country. Alistair, buddy, mate, pal. I think you should marry Honora.
Marry her? As in marriage? As in be her husband?
Yes.
You've spoken to her about this?
Yes.
You did, didn't you?
I did.
Why
I
would
did.
you do that? Did you take a blow to the head? That's
Many. I've taken many blows to the head. Don't worry about this.
What?
There's a ladder thing here. Ah! I didn't know you can move the ladder. Oh, we're so dumb. Amazing. How do I put it down?
Enter.
Yes. Ah, there's a ladder.
You'd get on the roof without a second player.
You're such dickheads. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you.
Where? I saw time inside his mind. The lies that bind. I mean, what's a girl to do? Whisper, of course, correct. Obviously.
Obviously. She is so trippy. I love it.
Stay with
Such a weirdo.
quiet in the dark.
Yeah, well, that sounds fun. So we go steal the truck. Man, this... don't you look at me. Don't look at me. I'm the one who makes a mess of stealth missions, not you. Here we go. On the move. Sneaky parkour!
No, please!
Oh shit, was there a mine there? Did I step on a mine? Ha. Who had money thinking I was going to blow myself up on those mines?
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride.
And to health and magic and willpower. It's not that great, Grizz. But it does demoralize as well, which can up to level 7, and we're already level 20, so that's useless. Yeah. That's one thing that if Bethesda, if you ever watch, stop having magic capabilities level capped, because a lot of the time when you get the things that do it, they don't fucking work anymore anyway. Oh yeah, I'm right. Roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster. Oh yeah. Not every day you get to go on a roller coaster ride with Keanu. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. That's a big grin. That's a big grin on his face. Yeah, she pregnant. Yeah. Are you pregnant? No, just fat. And parry their moves. Like that. Problem is, I'm not good enough to do that reliably. They're really draining my confidence here. We're doing fine today, although we've just experienced some rough news in the story. So, Nakamura, no, shut up, go away, we're busy.
Do not make me wait.
Dude, you are definitely waiting. We are not going there anytime soon. We are definitely glad that you're up at 5 AM. Maybe we can make the early morning that little bit better. And that's exactly, you are correct, Sparkle Sauce. I just jump off and hope that I don't fuck it up. We will get revenge on this dickhead. you look ridiculous. Get out of the way. And she's just sort of banged it. Drive carefully.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride.
Alright, so we've still got some time left in the stream. Maybe we'll meet up with, there we go, Teddy.
I don't know, I think I liked it better up north. Less sand and all. Can't remember feeling so itchy.
Yep, it's probably because you're stuck inside the front of a vehicle. That'll do it. Go for it.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
Worst fight ever.
It's done, Commander. Go get the lieutenant and get the hell out of here.
Belay, we can handle ourselves. Go back and get Williams.
Oh shit! Don't take cover there! Fuck's sake, what are you... Oh, alright, it's a sniper. If we counter snipe, that's a good way to take the snipers out. Just like that. That's a good shield. I'll give him that. We don't believe you, but if you really believe it, keep going. How about you can help us a bit more, you cogheads? Oh, I hate Udina.
Didn't send him.
Oh, yes! Socked him. That's great.
Sorry.
There we go. We are live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. This is Nerdedness. I'm Shade, and I'm joined by Frosty. How is everyone doing?
I don't know if it's on stream, but you're very crackly all of a sudden, Shade.
Oh, it might just be this mic, because you come through my my voice to you comes through my headset. Is that any better?
Yes.
Yes, good. It's a bit worn out. Poor thing's had a hard life during COVID times. But used every day for work for a long period. Cool. Vito is here. Let the shenanigans begin. How are you? The most satisfying part of Mass Effect 1 was knocking out Udina. I know. I saw that clip was playing, and I just said to Frosty, I'm like, oh, I don't want to interrupt that highlight clip, because it's one of my favorites as well. Punching out Counselor Udina in Mass Effect 1. Mwah, chef's kiss. Much satisfaction. That guy's a dick.
Yep. And he doesn't improve over the subsequent
He does not. He does not improve at all. No. All right. Cool. Very much so. Yeah. Vito agrees. Awesome. Cool, let's jump in. So career mode, I need to enable co-op. Maybe have to start first. That's right, I'm most of the way through this bloody carousel. Resume job, I'll enable some co-op. Big screen. And Vito, you were glad he was shot in ME3. Oh yes, that was also very satisfying. Get along. Oh, this is loud. Wrong button.
Oh, the carousel looks mostly clean.
Mostly, yes. But not fully. Now, I need to enable... Actually, I need to say... Crossplay... Confirm... Invite... And... Here's your code, Frosty. 131162.
0131.
Oh, yeah, there's a 0.
Oh, not 16. 632.
Yep.
Yes,
all right.
0.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's wash some
really?
shit. What? You got it wrong?
No, it's just saying downloading dirt.
Downloading dirt?
Yeah, says this may take several minutes.
Oh, because you need to synchronize what dirt's been added or removed during the plan.
A start of a job.
Yeah, okay. Apparently it's a lot of data. Oh well.
There we
go. There you go. Ching. Yay, fast internet. How are you doing, Vito? Thanks for coming along and tuning in.
Oh gosh.
And also very glad we can have some Mass Effect reminiscing when you're on. Because I know it's one of your faves and it's definitely one of mine. Theo Roderick, what's up? No more co-op shooter? Yeah, sorry, sorry Theo. We've switched it out tonight for PowerWash Simulator because Grunt Cookies was suddenly unavailable. He was going to be joining us for some Anthem. And I think Grisnak has still not had a chance to load it up either. So I thought, well, instead of Frosty and I rushing ahead, I still need to do more in PowerWash Simulator. So why don't we just work a bit more in the career mode? Because this can only have 2 people in it anyway. So that's the theory. Alright, so Vito, good, still doing the job hunting, yeah, fair enough. Just remember, you got to put that job condition in there, must be operating on Australian time zones so that you can stream and hang out with cool people.
Important.
Yes.
Most important.
So Frosty, you managed to not float away with all the rains we've just had?
Yes, managed to not float away. The poor old Barongaruk River has combined with Lake Colac. Because I live in a tiny little town that's growing called Colac.
Yeah.
And yeah, so one of our roads, or maybe 2 of our roads, is completely unusable, and our river and lake is become
munted. Yeah.
Which just happened.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh well, that's good. The photos that Cookie and Jay have shared on Facebook. Sorry, not on Facebook, on Discord. They're sort of the rural towns that we're from. And yeah, a lot of water going on in and around there, but fortunately the towns themselves are mostly okay. And Vito raises a good point. The other reason why he must have Australian time zone with his new job is the D&D sessions. For community D&D on Discord on the weekends. For sure.
No, the only building, thankfully, so far that's been affected in my little town is the Scouts Hall, because that's very close to Lake Colac.
Okay.
Which is where our band also plays. You know, does practice and stuff.
You're in a band?
No, but Colac has
It has a band?
Yeah.
A town band?
Well, we're not really a city, so it can't really be a city band.
No, but what's a city band? I've never even heard of a city band. What is this? Like,
It's well, for us it's a band that'll get, you know, does things in the community, and I don't know, gets, I suppose, hired to do some things at events. Mainly, most I think I heard is they do set up Christmas carols and stuff around Christmas time. And
okay, I've never heard of this town band business. Maybe my hometown was too small. Lyrium T is here as well. Hello, hope you're doing well, and hopefully you haven't floated away with all the rains either. And Theo, did we finish Wash Sim, or no? We haven't finished this yet. So I looked it up when I got back from the holiday adventure to sort of see, all right, how much more have we got in PowerWash Simulator, and what are we going to do next for the co-op sessions? And I discovered that there's actually a few more levels to go, but I need to unlock them in career mode, which can only have a maximum of 2 people. So that's why we're doing it when there's only 2 people on.
it's not like me. It's very high. Nope.
Lyrium hasn't floated away yet. Good. Most excellent.
Well, let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Well, I think the rain's done now, though, isn't it? It's finished for Victoria. I don't know what it's doing in New South Wales and Sydney, but...
I'm not 100% sure, but I know it was raining a bit more today in my part of Vic.
Yeah. I am so all over the place with this sprayer on this level. This stuff is stuck on so hard. I just can't find a good rhythm.
I'm not really liking how hard it is to clean this stuff off this level.
Alright, at least we're getting some dings happening. So, what have you been playing this week, Frosty?
I've actually gotten my nose stuck into Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh,
so I've been,
yes.
Quite enjoying that. I've tried to play it quite a few times, and this is the first time I've actually sort of gone, I'm really enjoying it this time.
Ah, very good.
I've sort of allowed myself to relax with all the...
collectibles?
Well, not so much the collectibles, as they have this thing where they have other quests that are like special quests you get off a notice board, and they sort of have time that runs out and stuff, so it just super frustrates me because they've got naval missions where you go out and you destroy boats.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's a real hassle, at least it is for me, to try and find the correct boats and then take them out, etc., etc. It's much easier on PC for me than it is when I was trying it on Xbox, because the whole trying to control the ship at sea on a controller with an analog stick just was not fun for me.
Yep. Controlling a lot of stuff with controller is not fun for me. I'm just bad at it.
So, yeah, which is why I thought when it was on special a while ago, I'd get it on PC and try, because I do enjoy the franchise a lot, and I platinum into Origins. So,
oh, okay. See, I've only played number 1 and half of number 2.
So the original...
I own a few of them, but I just couldn't stick with it.
The Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and then there's 3.
Yeah.
Whereas Origins and Odyssey are a completely different type of...
Yeah, they're more like the open world things, right?
Yeah.
They're not very Assassin's Creedy.
No, they've moved on from that, and
yeah, but the next one...
hard to sort of...
Yeah. The next, apparently the next Assassin's Creed is going back to be proper Assassin's Creed, like the original formula.
Oh, is it really?
According to Skill Up.
Well, that'd be nice, I suppose, because I got Origins, you know, telling you the story of how the Assassins came to be, which is why it's called Origins.
In Egypt, was it?
Yeah, in Egypt.
Yeah.
But then, with Odyssey, it's just like, why is this an Assassin's Creed game?
Same with Valhalla, I think, right?
Yeah, it's just, I haven't played Valhalla, I want to, but I have to get
Apparently it's the longest, the longest and least Assassin's Creedy of all of them.
Yeah, so it's just like, I could understand Origins, but then I'm just like, I like the formula, but why aren't you just continuing on with that sort of, instead it's more like they're telling the story of the Animus, and the girl that's sort of running the whole thing, like she's the one that's going into the Animus and.
Oh, that's the chair thing, is it? That makes replay the memories, yeah.
So it's sort of maybe telling more her story, I guess.
Okay.
Like, story-wise, because I haven't played a lot of Odyssey. I'm still only in chapter 3. But it just sort of, yeah. I'm waiting for it to tell me why this is an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, it's not an Assassin's Creed game.
when the origins has already been told. So what's the point of this one? Is it supposed to be another sort of origins where they've got a Greece?
No, it's just Ubisoft. It's just Ubisoft trying to squeeze the most out of a franchise. And look, they tried some new stuff, I guess. Little bit of hats off for trying new things, but I'm not a fan of what they've done.
Trying to squeeze the money out of it because they had a lot of success with Origins and people really enjoyed the new play style. But then they've gone too far out of it, I think, too.
Yeah.
It's no longer telling the story of the assassins anymore. You're just playing a random character with a backstory, and yeah. But hey, the combat's still fun, and the stuff itself I'm finding still fun. It's just the story itself.
That's the thing. Oh yeah, fair enough. As long as you're having fun, as long as you can find something to enjoy about it. Like the
I want Valhalla because I do like Vikings, like that history.
Yeah.
And stuff. It makes it sort of appealing to me.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Well, the alternate history or the integrated history kind of elements are kind of fun as well, because you do learn little bits, but then there's, bits of fiction woven into it.
Pass out the factual from the fiction, but they do have a lot of good actual history in there as well.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
Yeah.
Especially with the locations and stuff.
Yep.
And game hints as well, like how you get a loading screen and they'll give you the.
Oh, like the lore and hints and tips and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Like real world lore mixed in with some fake lore.
But at least with this history, it's fairly fascinating too.
Yeah.
It's not the history that got drummed into me in school. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff. That's, interesting enough to make a game out of.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting close to this annoying 99%.
Oh, joy. Not the 99%. Not now, not already.
Oh, it started at 70%.
Yeah, but the 99% is so damn annoying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, where was this spot? There we go.
Check the star, because I don't think I was able to clean the top of it. I couldn't.
Ah, yeah, okay. I'll have a look shortly. Data Ross, is this a real video game? Yeah, it sure is. And it is surprisingly popular. It's a simple concept, but it kind of works. I mean, there's people who have YouTube channels of like power washing or house cleaning or coin cleaning or drain declogging, and people go crazy for it just to sort of chill out to. It can be very satisfying. It also can be very frustrating sometimes as well.
Well, Doctor's channel's very popular. People go nuts over that.
Which one?
Dr. Pimple Popper.
Ah, yeah, I couldn't get into that. That's a no for me.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's popular.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely it is. Am I making stuff up again? Sometimes. Man, I wish I had a thought of making something like this game. Because it's done really well. And it's such a simple concept. Cannot get these little blowy bits. Oh, these little dirt bits. There we go. So this is the most annoying part of the level. Is the last little 1% pieces. Oh, at the top of the poles. Oh no.
I've been playing too much Assassin's Creed. I kept pushing shift to jump.
Oh, I was going to say you're trying to just parkour over everything.
Well, yeah, in Assassin's Creed, shift is jump. So
isn't it just auto jump?
Jump. No, to jump in Assassin's Creed, you need to press shift.
Which Assassin's Creed?
Odyssey and Origins.
Okay, because in the original, he just sort of auto jumped.
Yeah, but
You hold the
Origins
you hold the
and Odyssey,
Yeah.
Origins and Odyssey are 5 meals, so they have a jump.
Yeah, they make you do it for realsies.
Yeah.
Dataros, do I make games? No. I would love to get some time to dabble in it. So I make Skyrim and Oblivion mods, which has given me a taste for, this can be a bit of fun. And you can make some cool stuff. I've started, a little while ago, I started trying to learn a little bit about Unreal Engine 4. I didn't get very far into it, but I've been writing down some potential ideas as to what I'd love to make.
This crusting just went freaking clean.
Oh, the tops of these poles are the worst. But maybe one day I will make a game and then stream it.
Have time for that.
I know, it takes so long.
You don't even have time to do your YouTube vids at the moment.
I know. It's because I have to have a real job to pay for things. That's the problem. Goddamn work and real adulting. Adulting, 1 star. Do not recommend. Not fun at all. Dataros, you love making Oblivion mods, but the Skyrim creation kit is too fucked up for you. It's funny because I learnt the creation kit on Skyrim, and then I did a little bit of tinkering in Fallout, but then I was trying to go back to do it in Oblivion, and I had to try and unlearn a few things, I guess. So there's pros and cons. Some of the stuff in the construction set, which is the name for Oblivion, is it's a bit more straightforward. It's a bit easier. But then there's also some things that are frustrating because they're not as customizable or as powerful as what you can do in the Skyrim construction engine. It's a bit of a... I have mixed feelings on it, but I totally understand where you're coming from.
The crustings are so hard.
What are you talking about? The crustings?
Crustings.
What's that?
It's the top of...
The knobbly bits?
The top of the Ferris wheel along the edges.
Ah, yes.
Crustings, and because you can't really reach the top, it's just you got to try and go around and find them up here. And then reach them from up here.
Oh, this is a biatch of a level. I'm glad I'm not alone. I'm glad you're here, Frosty.
I'm glad I'm here too, but I kind of wish Cookies was here, because Cookies is the detail-orientated.
He is. He's the detail man, yes. But Dataros, it does suck. It barely works for you. Maybe you're just dumb. No, you're not just dumb. It is... it can be a bit abstract at times because you've got things that point to other things that you then need to include. Like the magic effects, for example. That's a good example of why it's way more complicated in the Skyrim creation kit, because you have to create magic effects and what they do, and then you can attach them into spells. And then if you do things like a cloak spell has a magic effect that uses another spell. So you've got this stuff this refers to each other. It's so much easier in Oblivion. However, in Oblivion, there is a lot less you can achieve with making custom magic. So it's pros and cons. The things that frustrate me the most about Oblivion modding is actually the scripting language is very primitive, in that you can't do like for loops and while loops and things like that. So there's so much code duplication I've had to do in the things I've been making. It also, some of those scripts are very inefficient in terms of how they run. Like some scripts run and loop through once per frame. So if you got like 60 FPS, it's doing one script is looping or running 60 times a second. That's crazy. It's way overkill, but it does run relatively fast if you don't write silly things. The thing that made me stop doing Skyrim modding last time, and I will get back into it again later this year because I've got some stuff I want to finish that I think was pretty cool. The thing that really pissed me off is the Skyrim script engine itself is it's kind of virtualized and abstracted in the engine. So it's not in the actual engine itself. It runs alongside and sends events to each other. which is kind of cool because it means it doesn't bog, or theoretically it doesn't bog down things like your physics engine and your graphics and things like that. But what does happen is sometimes it just gets overwhelmed, so it just stops doing stuff. So you can have scripts to make certain events happen, and if there's too much going on in the scripting engine, it just stops. It just gives up, drops it, and just pretended you never called it. So if you've got like a spell you've created and it does a series of events, or if you're creating a dungeon with a button, and the button opens some doors and triggers some trap, and just happens to be at that point in time that some other mod or other part of the game was overloading the script engine when it was trying to do whatever you wanted to do. Just doesn't work. And that's it. Just doesn't work that time. And that's one of the reasons there's so many bugs in Skyrim, or people encounter a lot of bugs in Skyrim. Especially in the older days when PCs were a lot slower. So one of the things I was creating last was a that's right, I started creating a party inventory mod. So your whole party would share inventory capacity, and if your follower picked up something, it would transfer to your inventory, trying to simulate that it's just one big shared party inventory. And that's when I discovered that there's too many events firing and too much going on, the scripting engine just gets overloaded and just doesn't do anything. Anyway, that's my story. So Dataros, damn devs gotta get their shit together. Elder Scrolls 6 better have the best modding program, or you're gonna be pissed. Well, I think it will be pretty good. So Fallout 4 improved on it a bit. What I'm expecting and hoping is there's a lot more of a reliable modding engine and scripting engine, which I think there will be, because Fallout 76, although it was an absolute schmozzle and basket case when it was launched, it's actually matured into a decent platform now, and that is the creation engine. So I'm assuming Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be based on that, which looks to have some more efficiencies in there. What I'm concerned about, Dataros, and I think everyone's a bit nervous about, is what is the modding scene going to look like for Elder Scrolls 6? Because Bethesda are sure as hell going to try and do some kind of creation club kind of thing. I've already demonstrated they don't have a lot of respect for their modding community, despite the fact the modding community is what's kept them alive for 10 years. So I worry that they'll try to over-monetize or lock down too much stuff for modders. Or they'll have the same thing they've been having with the recent anniversary editions, where they keep doing game updates that just breaks all mods, or breaks all mods that require the script extender. It's funny because I'm streaming Elder Scrolls Oblivion at the moment on my main stream days, Mondays and Tuesdays, and it's heavily modded and it looks pretty good, I think. But we actually had Bethesda Netherlands, so the Netherlands studio, a couple of times dropped into the chat section of our stream and talked to us, and I think I may have scared them off when I gave them a hard time saying, why isn't the script extender features in the game by default, given that the script extender has existed since Oblivion, and then Skyrim, and Oblivion, and then Fallout 3, and then Fallout New Vegas, and then Skyrim, and then Fallout 4. And each time there's a script extender that someone makes and has to make, because the features are still really helpful. They're not in the default engine, but it's the same features each time. Put it in the damn engine.
He says to one of the people that can't make that happen anyway.
No, that's right. I was trying to be sort of, striking up some interesting conversation, but I was a bit too ranty. We haven't seen them join our stream since. Apologies, Bethesda Netherlands. I've probably scared you away.
Oh dear.
I do get a little ranty at times.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Oh man.
On this center pole ring. Nah.
Yeah. Trying to find the last dirt on these steps.
I'm trying to work with the theory that if I spray enough water on it, eventually it's got to clean it, right?
That's fair. Yeah, that's a very logical assumption. Oh yes, found a good bit of dirt. Yes, you get off.
Might actually be on the roof of it. Where's the ladder? Ah.
So Data Ross, what tell us about the mods you've created for Skyrim or mostly Oblivion? Always interested to talk to another mod author.
No, it's not. Okay. Oop.
All right. Oh, hang on. I saw one. Horse. Oh, damn it. It's another horse rod. So Data Ross, they update the game and then mods need to be updated. Dude, it's worse than that. When it comes to mods using the script extender and the script extender libraries. So if you're just using the creation kit, no, it's perfectly fine. But if you're using the script extender, which is what adds more features and functionality for things like, you know, Sky UI, and a lot of other more powerful mods that do like hotkeys or control mapping and things like that, yeah, they break. Same as some of the fixes. So here's one for you. One of the, so overall, Skyrim Special Edition is superior. Now, this is scientific factual. It is technically superior in every way to the original version of Skyrim that came out in 2011. It is superior as fact in every way because it runs more efficiently. It has a better engine. It has 64-bit engine, which means more memory, which means more stability. It's got better effects for and uses more up-to-date graphics libraries for particle effects, God rays, all that sort of good stuff. Except there is one major flaw. Well, there's probably a couple of flaws, but the most major flaw is there is something wrong with the way... It's just an oversight. This is what pisses me off about Bethesda Studios as well. There's an issue or a design flaw where it checks each plugin, each frame. So when there's just the default 5 or 6 plugins of the game installed, it's fine. It's checking. It's still overkill. So if you're running at 60 frames per second or 100 frames per second, each of those frames, it's checking each plugin each time. And I don't even know what it checks. It sort of just checks that it's there or something. That's not so bad. You don't notice it. But if you have 100 plugins, it's trying to check 100 plugins or 100 mods every frame rendered, and that starts to slow down very quickly, or it can slow down very quickly.
That would make it very frustrating.
And you're like, why is my game running so slow? Like, why am I losing frames? My graphics card's not working that hard. What's going on? Yeah, it's a design flaw. Someone, a modder, yeah, a mod author, no, the game engine isn't fixed, but a mod author came up with a mod that fixes it. What it does is it overrides the bit of code that checks it and just says, it just skips it. Just skips that little bit of code because it doesn't need to do it. Once the game engine's loaded, it doesn't need to check whatever it is in these plugins each time. That mod, I think it's called SSE Fixes or something like that. Anyway, it brings your frame rate back up to what it should be. That mod requires the script extender to be installed. When they do a game update, every time they do a game update, that includes when they release new Creation Club stuff every quarter or every few months, it breaks the script extender. Now, usually it doesn't take too much for them to then slightly update it, and it's good. When they released the Anniversary Edition, though, it completely changed a lot of memory address libraries and everything else, which meant that the script extender took a lot of effort for someone to fix. And then they did another release and broke it all again. More recently. Anyway, I'm probably boring the shit out of someone who's not into the detail for Skyrim modding. Frosty, where is this dirt? I don't even know where it is.
I'm clean dirt off this horse rod pole thing, and I can't find it. It looks 100% clean to me.
This is a shit level.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to... How do we... Oh, this is the list of things here, right?
Yep.
Crestings. What's a cresting?
That is all the way up here. See? The big Up the top. See where I'm spraying?
Oh, okay. So there's a tiny bit missing on the cresting there. So, oh, this one. Oh, I see a bit on these horse rods. Okay. Oh, it's glowing for me. Oh, from the tablet you can... I didn't know you could do that. I clicked on it in the tablet thing, and now the panel I'm looking for is glowing. I didn't know that was a thing.
It is definitely a thing.
So there's yet another thing we've discovered. Well, I've discovered after playing this game 3/4 of the way through.
You can call that cheating, by the way.
Well, I don't care because this is a really annoying bloody level. There's the dirt, son of a bitch. Still not clean though. There we go. All right.
Oh yes, I know.
Oh, there's another cresting.
Dirt on it though. Oh my gosh.
That one there. Okay. Spin it around, chuck it down. So Dataros, if you're still watching, yeah, what's some of the Oblivion mods that you've been working on or tinkering with? There we go. Horse rods times 7. 7 of the horse rods are still somehow not complete.
Yeah, I've
Oh man.
the one that I was trying to do before because I can't find the damn dirt.
Oh, rude. There's a pole base and a center pole topper. What is that? Okay, center pole, ring, trim. Oh, I saw it. Oh, yes, somewhere there. I don't know where exactly it is. How is that not clean? Maybe on top? The on top is fucking clean as well, man.
Yeah, I looked up on top and can't reach the rods from there.
With a center pole topper. Oh, that's different. What if we try my other brick? We need some metal cleaner. Need to remember how to buy metal cleaner. Cleaning liquids, metal cleaner. Give me a couple of those. If you can at least... No, that's not working. So Dataros, you tried making some story quest mods, adding voice lines, making characters and locations, all dead ends because you get pissed that you can't really achieve what you want to. I know that feeling. I understand the pain because you have such cool ideas and it becomes so demotivating when you can't make it work because there's something that's not even your fault. It's either too difficult to implement or it just doesn't work in the engine, full stop. Oh, I understand your pain. And it's not necessarily any better for Skyrim either. Somehow there's dirt on this pole, Frosty. I can't find it. Glad I'm...
Yeah, I have the same problems. This one here, it's got dirt on it. I can't see it.
Douse it in cleaning fluid.
Pressed and I just can't see it. Oh.
Apparently there's a whole bunch on it somewhere.
Yeah, I know. And it's just not cleaning.
Actually, here's an idea. Do they go up and down if we spin the thing? If we spin the carousel? Or do they just go in circles? Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, look at it there. Come here, come here. Come see me. I've unlocked the mystery.
Yeah.
Come here and look up. See? There's dirt in the top of the poles. This, I think, must be what Anastasia mentioned the other week when we tried. Someone said you need to push make it turn, forget the poles. And it's because they go up and down, so they disappear up in the top of the fucking thing.
It didn't look like they were moving either.
Oh my god. It's very subtle.
That is very cheeky of the devs. I'm calling dev cheekiness.
Yeah, that's dumb, isn't it?
Look how nice and easy they're cleaning now.
Yeah.
Rumble.
So Data Ross, some of the issues you had, some of the AI packages just don't work whatsoever. Yeah, I know. Like ambush. Yeah, I know. I tried to use the same thing as well. Tried to use the ambush package for trying to test out, get something to trigger. Didn't work for me. And some of the scripts don't work at all, like the ones you're supposed to activate when you're proximate to things. But some of the game devs and other modders seem to have got them to work. Ah, well, that's a bit different, I guess.
Where's the top center pole left? Where's the top center pole? Ah, here we go.
Yeah. Center pole topper, but I think I can see where there's any dirt on that thing.
It's not.
Does it move? I'll push the button and just see what happens. Doesn't move. Why can't we get it clean?
It's probably a spot that we're just not looking at.
Oh, you're joking. I'm gonna get dizzy. I'm not even getting close.
How
like the... No.
Oh, wait, center pole ring, there's clean. Hold on, stop it. Stop the moving. Stop the moving.
Hang on, I'm going.
Okay.
Ew.
It's not a whole thing, it's only certain...
Hang on, why don't we highlight it? Center... Pole topper. Highlight ye. Yes, it's that middle bit there. I still cannot see any dirt. Is there anything on top of the thing, maybe?
I see some. Clean it. Clean it.
Oh, good.
That's that big clean.
The Data Ross, you had issues where they say the script does this and the package does this, and it's like, well, no, actually, it doesn't do anything. No, that is true of some of the... Most scripts mostly work, but I haven't looked at all of them. Sometimes they just comment stuff out and disable it if it doesn't work the way they were intending it to. But also some mechanics, yeah. So AI packages, some of them just don't work. In Skyrim as well. And there's lots of little gotchas I had to learn whilst making Skyrim. I spent days, like 3 days at one stage, trying to debug something. And someone made a reference to it on a forum. And it solved exactly what my issue was. It was just a weird gotcha. You had to do something in a certain order. I can't remember what it was either. I don't even know if I wrote it down. I hope I wrote it down on my notes somewhere. But yeah, very frustrating. I understand your pain. This is kind of why I'm like, well, I should do something like make my own game or something in Unity or Unreal. But that's a whole bunch more learning I need to do. Plus, creating a game from scratch takes forever, and it's very easy to make shit games. Very difficult to make really good ones.
Oh my gosh. I don't get it.
I don't get what's going on here. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see it, Frosty. I see it. Stand on a horse.
I'm trying.
What it is there's a very narrow ring in between. There we go. Son of a bitch, that was shit. Whoever did this level needs a slapping. I don't know if you can see my... Can you see my screen on the stream?
I can.
It's... Yeah, see, there's a bit, that light pink there, that light pink line. That's the top of the little bulby bit. And that counts. And there's just a thin bit of dirt on the top in there. Oh, Oh, that's not cool.
Hooray!
Big veto. Yay, carousel finished. Oh, man. All right, let's check
Imagine how
out.
much more demotivating that would have been if we were doing it from the very beginning.
Well, imagine if I was trying to finish this one solo, because I started it solo and then I gave up on it. All right, here we go.
Solo? Was this off stream?
No, it was the first day back from holiday, so I think you were working at the time. So when I did my Outback Adventure show and tell stream, I started with a bit of PowerWash. Yeah, I did some PowerWash, then some show and tell.
Through the pictures.
Yes.
Show and tell.
Yes, and Sparkle Sauce missed all of it because she was out to dinner. Anyway, so let's have a look at the montage. Oh, yes. Half of it with me, then I should have a friend pop in. A pinky friend called Frosty. Where? There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Not as good of a montage as normal.
I think that's our dislike of this level.
Yeah. All right.
Treehouse looks fun.
Oh, I clicked on drill. This should be quick though, theoretically.
Could be.
I figured we need a break from. Let's theoretically try and do something.
Look how squiggly this is gonna be. It's got all the grooves and dips.
Yeah, maybe.
It's gonna be worse though. Just saying.
Yeah, well, I don't mind big levels. Big levels are fun, but when it's big levels with lots of hidden, intricate bits, that's a bit lame.
No, I'm just thinking greenhouse. I mean, not greenhouse, treehouse. It's going to have lots of fiddly, intricate...
Well, it doesn't have to, if the developers want to make a fun game.
This is fun. Oh my gosh,
yeah, this is okay.
Stuff doesn't want to come on.
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
Yeah, I've got to use... I'm using the orange power level sprayer thing and it's coming off.
Is that what I needed to switch to? Oh, yep.
Oh, Jolly got some rust as well. This level's got it all.
Is this rust? Oh, okay. These lines on the corkscrew thing are rust also. Okay. I'm blasting that shit off.
Okay, I'm calling it now that we should have a My Cat is a Menace club. Yes, I'm talking about you, Put.
That's everyone. That's basically our whole community, isn't it? Most of the people on Discord, most of you all do have cats.
Yeah, but we don't have a club, but our cat is a menace. Oh my God.
Oh.
Yes, you.
I just can't.
I'm talking about
Kind of implied. At least we've got a couple of dogs in the community now.
True.
Even it up.
It's still not even.
We need rabbits and hamsters, though. We need some more diverse pets in our Discord community group.
That we do.
And I'll put the links in the chat. Lyrium doesn't have a cat.
Good job.
Very good.
Lyrium. But at the same time...
You need a Mabari. Links to our Discord are in chat now, by the way. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, they are in the description below. Although I don't think actually we're streaming to Facebook today.
No Facebooky?
No, just Twitch and YouTube tonight, I think.
I don't think...
Did we see the pics Mr. Nobody did? Yes, Vito! So Mr. Nobody does various, like, little artistic, cat portraits and icons and things like that.
Pretty damn cute.
Which he then turns into NFTs to try and get a little bit of money that he then uses for, I think, some for the sick cat that he's got to buy the medication and stuff that the cat needs.
Yeah.
Anyway, very impressive what he's created. I thought it was gonna be shit, but it's not. It's really good.
Mr. Nobody, eat your words.
Yeah, I'll flash it up on... hang on, I'll flash it up. Yeah, it's these things here. So he creates things like this. I don't even know how you do that. Look at all this. Amazing. Look at these fantasy-style cats and... like as if they're like a character from an RPG. Amazing stuff. So he starts with photos of your cats and then draws them and mix with the photos and objects and multi-layers using Photoshop and then render them for some effects. It's a short, slightly oversimplified description. And he uses Adobe InDesign. They're very powerful. Dude, I'm hella impressed. They're just so good. Look at the... I'm blown away by these set of, you know, avatars. It's like Baldur's Gate or D&D style avatars. Yeah, he's trying to use the money for Sugar Moo, who is the sick kitty he's got.
Yes, Sugar Moo, forever in our thoughts.
Yes. Yeah, great call out, Vito. I was super impressed. You're right, Frosty. There is a lot of stuck on rust on this thing.
Yeah. And a lot of nitty-gritty grooves.
Yeah, there is. Kind of reminds me, I've been playing Fallout 76.
Oh, Lord.
I got into that over the last sort of week or so because it's free. If you've got Twitch Prime, you can get a code and you can get the game for free. And it's...
You're crackling again. Don't know if it's crackling on stream, but you're crackling.
Nah, I bumped my mic. Has that fixed it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to wiggle the boom.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so, you know, that aesthetic, that Fallout aesthetic of things being, you know, made of heavy steel from the 50s, but being technologically advanced at the same time, but also rusted out and old and decrepit. It's, this machine reminded me of that.
Yeah. Caterpillar tread, I think, is going to be the most annoying one to clean.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Oh, well, so much for this being an easy one. Have you played Fallout? Or just the Oblivion and Skyrim?
I tried Fallout 3.
Yep.
But I think, again, because I was trying it on Xbox 360.
Oh, no. Hell, that'd be annoying.
The controller itself just irritated me because I think I've said before, but my hands are really small. And it was smaller back when I tried it. And the Xbox controller has always been big. My hands prefer, you know, the PS4 sort of size controller, or just the PlayStation size controller. That and the analog stick and trying to shoot things, I gave up pretty quick. But I do have it. I bought it on sale. I think I have it. Or maybe it was Fallout 4. Sorry, I bought on sale.
Yeah.
For PC on Steam. So I'll probably try.
Yeah, I quite liked Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the first Fallout game I actually finished, and I finished it in my first playthrough.
Nice.
Unlike Skyrim, that took me 3 goes to finally finish the main story.
Well, the thing with Skyrim is, or really any Elder Scrolls game, is it's so big you sort of get lost in it, and then you sort of take a break because you're over it, and then you never go back to it. When you do go back to it, you start again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've been fairly structured in my playthroughs on stream, because I want to make sure I don't forget what we're doing, and then I have an overarching plan for the entire game to work through, because I don't want to abandon it partway through on stream. We need to make sure we have closure. Yeah, it's very easy to do in these games. It's so funny. I think the majority of people have not finished these games.
Well, I think the whole point of them is the story you can ignore. You can play the whole game.
Kinda, yeah.
You're barely touching the main story, if you don't want to.
Yeah. The good thing about Fallout, though, is if you're not great at FPS, it's kind of like there's RPG elements to the FPS in terms of the gameplay, where you can use the VATS system, where it basically auto-aims for you. You spend points to, you know, do certain shots at certain body parts or whatever, and it works fairly well. You can also get mods that do like a bullet time, so everything goes in slow motion. And use your points that way. A lot of people did not like Fallout 4's story. I liked it.
In your face a lot from what a lot of people who complain about it have said. You know, you can't go off and do your own thing because it feels like every 5-10 minutes the main character is going, oh, sad, or something. So you can't really get lost in the world itself because
part of it is it's a voice. Oh, it's not. No, it's not too. There is a little bit of that, but it's also there's part of it is it's a voiced protagonist. They're not silent, so there's a voice actor. Yeah, so all the other games are all silent, right? In Skyrim, you know, there's no voice acting for your character, so that's one of the advantages. That's one of the things that people like. That's why Starfield, I think they've gone back to a silent protagonist because they got feedback from Fallout 4.
Yeah, well, I kind of wish Dragon Age would go back to a silent protagonist because you could have so much more character choice when you were just picking a dialogue line. You could be sassy as anything. You could be
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Heartless as you wanted to be.
Yep, I guess that's true.
With a voiced one, because they've only got limited amount of money to pay a voice actor, they've got like maybe 3-4 choices at most.
Oh, I didn't mind that. In the Dragon Age stuff, I thought it fitted pretty well. Same as Mass Effect.
It does, but there's a certain nostalgia for me for the first Origins where you were so much freer in how you played your character.
But those games are also, they're a lot more tied to the story anyway, I feel.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
And there's a bit more freedom.
Really lose much in Dragon Age Origins, or Dragon Age series, I suppose, because of the way the story's told. You're always playing, you may be creating your character, but you're playing a set story at the same time. Always.
Yeah. Whereas Fallout 4, people feel like there's less of making your own character. Part of it because of the voice acting. The other part is the story itself is a little bit more inescapable. A bit, but I actually quite like that, to be honest. But the other thing is, the main thing people complain about is there are fewer role-playing choices to be made in the story.
Right, okay.
So in Fallout 3, how far did you get?
Not very far. I didn't even get to the first. I remember reading that, you know, the longer you played in the game, it would start crashing because of memory issues or something like that, whatever it was. Like, it would just be too much for it and it'd be too much in the cache or something. And so it would turn off. I didn't even get to the first one of those. I think I barely escaped.
Did you get to Megaton? The first town?
I think I didn't even defuse the bomb in Megatown.
Well, you know that you don't have to. You know that you can actually detonate it.
Yes, I'm aware, but I didn't do anything with the bomb.
Gotcha. So that's used as an example. So Megaton in Fallout 3, and apologies if there's spoilers, but it's right at the start of the game. There's a town which is just sort of centered around an atomic bomb that never went off. And you can defuse it to make it safe, but you can also make the choice to actually detonate it and wipe out the entire town. That is a role-playing choice you can make, and then that carries, you know, the consequences flow on right through the rest of the game.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that in Fallout 4. To be honest, I don't know if there's much of that in New Vegas.
I think that's one of the reasons why people like those type of games, is that you can play a truly evil person.
Yeah.
You know, you can make all the evil choices and face the evil choices' consequences and see how a truly evil anti-hero that's just out for themselves would, how that would end.
With the Nuka World DLC for Fallout 4, you can do... it's a bit of a half-assed attempt, but you can kind of become a raider and do raider stuff.
Okay.
And build your raider empire, if you choose. Which is more along that, that evil side. However, guaranteed almost no one's going to take that option because the rest of the game you're sort of shepherded towards the other direction.
Yeah, I think Fallout 4 would probably benefit from having a oh, what is it called? Like a free mode. Like you're just in the world. You don't have. You can just build a base and do things in the world like you'd normally would while you were playing. But there's no main story.
Yep, like an adventure mode or yeah. That's why there's some mods in Skyrim that turn off the storyline altogether.
Yeah, it's just just something where they could just be, because I think some of the complaints were literally they couldn't just be in the world. They were
you always have
they couldn't tell their own story because the story was so focused on finding the boy and
that's right, finding your son and whatever else. Yeah.
Care about the boy. I'm not playing a character that cares about the boy.
Yep. Yeah, fair enough. So Bright's on too. She's a Frosty and a Shade. Hello, Bright. Thanks for tuning in. And Vito, you can blow multiple nukes in Fallout 4, though, and it kills a lot of people. Okay. You can blow up nukes. You can launch some nukes, can you? Remember that. I do remember you can get mini nukes and launch them as a weapon. Anyway. I thought Fallout 4 was very good, and it had some plot twists in it, which I thought were good and interesting. I thought the characters were decent. There's fun stuff. It's been dumbed down a little bit, like you don't have the whole skills system like you had in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, but overall I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
There's something actually people didn't like about Dragon Age Inquisition. They took out a lot of the talents and stuff that made in
they did that in Dragon Age 2 as well.
Yeah, but you still had things like blood magic, and you still had the tactics where you had to set up your own tactics as a mini game if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
They took out a lot of the things that people really enjoyed in the previous games. A lot of that stuff was gone.
They took away my Arcane Warrior, man. Arcane Warrior, such a unique class and concept. Go on.
Yeah. But, it was just a whole lot of bunch of things that a few people said, well, it doesn't really feel like Dragon Age. It's just a role-play game with Dragon Age slapped on it.
Yeah, fair enough. But Inquisition was their most successful game out of all of them.
And I think that's just because it was newer.
Yeah, okay.
And a lot of people didn't. But that's just my opinion too. Like, it had a lot of good qualities, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's never going to be my favourite Dragon Age game simply because it doesn't have the Dragon Age feel for me.
Yeah, well, I remember Dragon Age Origins just blew my mind with a lot of the stuff and the storytelling. And then, because I think I played Dragon Age Origins before I played Mass Effect. And then, same with the characters and awesomeness of Mass Effect. Oh, man, I was sucked in. Vito says, the Institute, you can blow it up and it leaves a big crater. Oh, yes. Yes, so... I think that's one of the end-game decisions you can make, is you must choose a faction to side with, and I think they therefore want to blow up another faction. But it's at the end of the game. Well, I guess the end of the main story. You can still keep playing the game if you want, but you raise a good point, Vito. You do have some world-changing events. Anyway, I think people are being a bit petty when they complain about the lack of choice in Fallout 4. I think there's still a fair amount of choice in there, to be honest.
At the same time, some people just want to complain for the sake of complaining.
That's right. Well, there's always going to be something to complain about. Vito, you think it's the Railroad faction that wants the Institute blown up? I think that's true, because I think I sided with the Railroad. Although I thought, because there's a Brotherhood of Steel, I thought they would do the same, but they do it differently. Or do they take out the Railroad? Oh, I can't remember now. Is there like a weird rock, paper, scissors thing as to which one gets taken out depending on who you side with? I can't even remember. There's a wheel. Where's the wheels?
It should be on your to-do.
Yeah, one left. Wheel. But where is...
Wheels. So see these? But these ones aren't the dirty ones. So, come over here. Wheel. No? None of these ones. I'm confused.
Yeah. So Vito, I forgot you were a bit of a... You've played Fallout 4. I'm assuming you're a fan. You enjoyed it? Did you finish it, Vito? I'm assuming you have. Dude, I cannot find this fucking wheel either. I'm going to have to do this tablet bullshit.
Oh,
there's 15 wheels.
It's probably the middle slot. I found my wheels. Let's have a look.
Clicked the thing on the tablet. It's not highlighting anything.
I found a wheel that's dirty.
Get it. Go on, get it. Get all up in there. Oh, yes. Nice. Good job.
Okay. So, yeah, there's
Success.
wheels in this bit too. It's just like...
Yep.
So I'm guessing
Gotcha.
it goes round in a circle type thing.
All right. Show me the montage. Oh, yes. Not too bad. We've had better. They got really fiddly, actually. That took longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, but still, the caterpillar things were the most annoying.
Yeah, you were right. They were annoying. All right, clean the treehouse or clean the temple?
Treehouse, treehouse.
Treehouse it shall be. It's an expensive one, so I'm assuming it's a big one.
Probably.
So Vito, you love Fallout 4 with the mods, of course. You play it mainly for the building. Yes. Now, I have to admit, when I first discovered like building, I'm like, oh, I don't need building. That building's lame. I can't be bothered. So then someone else I know had played the game before me, and they said, oh no, the building's pretty fun. Give it a go. I'm like, oh, all right. So eventually I got bored and I looked at some videos for some tips, and then I did some building. Holy shit, did I do some building? That is addictive as. It's so good. That's why it's one of the major parts of Fallout 76 as well. You can see why. That was very entertaining, very interesting. I very much enjoyed the building aspect of Fallout 4 once I gave it a go. And it's what inspired me to tinker with making a Skyrim mod that lets you do building. And I've sort of got a proof of concept together. It works relatively well. I've showed Grisnak and he's tested it and he says it seems to work all right for him too. And I never finished it because there's a whole bunch of work that needs to go into it to actually make it playable and make it look nice and be reliable and whatever else. So I need to get back into that's my main Skyrim modding goal over the next, I don't know, let's call it 12 months, is to get that finished and released because I think it works really well. It also, I can make it work with any mod that introduces assets. I can extend it. So Eleonara's house mods, for example, she brings her own little creations like furniture and stuff. It would not be difficult. It would be a little bit of effort going, but not terribly difficult for me to extend it if you've got one of those mods installed that you can then construct some of the furniture from her mod. I've come up with a nice nifty little system, all inspired by the Fallout building system in Fallout 4. So Vito, I'm completely converted. Vito, you thought Fallout 76 was going to be Fallout 4 multiplayer, but it's not. No. Have you played it, Vito? Because I just remember following the story when it released and how bad the release was and how how buggy it was and how ridiculous a lot of the things were. But now 4 years later or whatever, it actually is it's a decent little game and I'm enjoying it. You played it when you first came out and it sucked? Well, it's pretty, I have to admit, I think it is pretty decent now. I used to love ripping on it. Got it sucked into the ripping hype a little bit. Grisnak, he has played it. He got it not long after launch and he's played it a fair bit. Mr. Nobody, how are you doing, man? We were talking about your awesome art. Look, it's still on my screen from earlier. Absolutely blown away by this, I am. I cannot believe you've created this. It is so amazing. Really well done, man. You should be really proud. Looks so good. Like, it looks too good. So Vito, just like ESO wasn't good when it first came out, it's funny, I played Elder Scrolls Online when it, not long after it first came out, and I didn't love it. I got into it a little bit, but I didn't love it. And then played it again a few years later with all the overhauls they did. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Bright plays it now. I have stopped playing it again. But Grizz has been playing it on and off as well. The only thing that bugs me about ESO now, I think there's a lot of awesome things in it, and it's really well done. If you're interested in it, you should absolutely give it a go. The only thing that puts me off is I just don't like the classes that they've done, and I don't like the feel of some of the combat system, and how and some of the, you know, spells and abilities and how they all tie together. I just don't love it. It's not terrible. It doesn't make the game bad. It doesn't stop me from playing it because I've played that game a whole bunch. But it doesn't keep me gripped into it. So there's still so much content in that game that I haven't explored yet. And there's so much good content I'm still yet to do.
So many games, so little time.
Bethesda should stay with the single-player aspect, in your opinion? Yeah, well, that's what they have said they will be doing for the next while, so that's good. I think they've you know, received the feedback. It's going to be interesting to see, though. Because Fallout 76 is now a functioning game that is, you know, it's playable, it's workable, it's, you know, it's a decent little game now. I wonder if they will revisit something like that, or have an extension of Elder Scrolls 6 that might do something like it. I don't know. It's too hard to tell. The single player stuff is their strength, and they probably should. I do agree. They should stick to it. I'm a little biased, however, because I've played a bunch of MMOs, and I quite like the, you know, MMO gameplay style, and Fallout 76 kind of strikes. It's a little bit like, it's like a crossbreed between Destiny and Fallout, or something like that. It's still got some of those single player elements, it's got some of those looter shooter elements, but it doesn't quite do either of those things super well. But because I like both of those things, I am enjoying the game. Vito, yeah, they should have just made everything that was Skyrim and make that multiplayer. Well, that's what's really frustrating with the Skyrim Together mod. Bethesda put effort in to kind of stop that mod, or to slow it down. So originally, when that mod was coming along, you could use, I don't know how it works, but there's like some libraries you can leverage out of Steam and connect via your Steam friends to then link up. Bethesda did something to block that. So I think it was more from a legalities side of things, not a technical side of things. They got Steam to block the use of that for that mod or something like that. I'm probably getting the details a little bit wrong. So therefore, this...
Sorry, thinking about mods making their...
No, that's the thing. Then this is why I'm so pissy at them, because... And despite that, the games are good. I'm still making mods for it, but I'm really fucking unhappy with Bethesda. This is why I liked ripping on Fallout 76 when it was shit, because it gave me another excuse to rip on Bethesda. But anyway, so the Skyrim Together team have had to come up with their own piece of code and mechanism for connecting to your friends. Like, they've had to reinvent the wheel, because this other wheel over here that works perfectly, they've been told they're not allowed to use. Fucking stupid. This is why I get really shitty with Bethesda. This is why I, even to one of the Bethesda employees on their Twitch account, when they jumped in our chat, this is why I couldn't help giving him a little bit of a rant about stuff. But this is the thing, like, and this is going to be Bethesda management, not Bethesda developers. So Bethesda developers put a lot of thought and love and care and awesomeness into the game. It's like with Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk 2077 is a good game. From all aspects, it is a good game. It is now a good enough game to recommend. The bugs have been fixed, the missing features, well, some of the missing features have been added, but ultimately the content, the story content in that game is very good. It's some of the best storytelling and emotive experiences I've ever had whilst gaming. I can absolutely recommend it now. Couldn't originally, but now I can. The whole thing with its flawed launch and everything was purely a management thing.
Very true.
And that's why it's a similar thing with Bethesda with, you know, blocking the Skyrim Together mod. That's a management thing. Fallout 76 being a complete piece of shit when it came out on release was rushed and pushed because of management, wanted to get it out the door. The actual developers themselves are really awesome, talented individuals, and you should never give a developer a hard time in any game, because ultimately, even though I sometimes joke, this is a bad design, who put this in this game, you need a slapping, while sometimes I do believe that, I never would give any developer a hard time, because ultimately it's not an easy life that they have, because they're the meat in the sandwich between the fans and sometimes what is an unreasonable management team.
Very true. I mean, with the whole cyberpunk thing, with their missing features and stuff, and the combat not being very good, because I came from the likes of Witcher 1, Witcher 2, and Witcher 3, where the combat had improved a lot, but still had its oh my god moments.
See, I never had a problem with... Oh, okay.
That's why I was very forgiving of the combat things people weren't happy with, because I'm just like, this is the best combat they've ever done, fuck off.
Well, I never had a problem with the combat in Cyberpunk, because I played it on release, right? I almost never buy and play a game when it's released, because there's always bugs and you always want improvements. But because I was really hyped up for it, and I wanted to start my Twitch, my streaming channels with it, I bought it and played it on release. But I never had a problem with the combat. I did have some frustrating things where some of the gear they implemented just didn't work. Like some of the armor mods you put in just don't function. It says it does this, the text says it does this, and it doesn't work. And the only way you know it doesn't work is because you had to look at wiki pages and video clips that other people had created, because they were doing all this testing just as a player, just as the player community. They weren't part of the developer team or anything. They're just sharing the information. Hey, just so you know, this doesn't work. So if you're playing the game, don't use these things. So that was pretty aggravating.
What frustrated me the most was the fist fighting in Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, that was a bit... I didn't love that. Did not love it.
Like, oh my gosh, it was...
But I don't like the fist fights in the Witcher games either.
Oh, well, Witcher 2 ones were just, what you call it, timing things.
Yeah.
In Witcher 3, it's different, but still a lot easier than what they designed in Cyberpunk. I'm just like, good God, you actually need the mods or a severe amount of luck to even beat the first one.
Yeah.
First fight. So like, oh my god.
Yeah, I struggled with a whole bunch of them. The Vito says it's just like Andromeda with all EA fault and BioWare. Yeah, I mean, Andromeda is a bit of a shame, because that was going to be another trilogy, and that could have been decent, but yeah, there's some issues there. I think Andromeda is very much to blame of EA. Interestingly, the whole Anthem flop, it was all speculated, oh, it's bloody EA again, what are they doing? And then eventually all the information came out and go, actually, the reason Anthem flopped was BioWare on their own. It wasn't EA's fault for that one.
Yeah.
But it was, you know, again, it's management. It was rushed. It was overpromised. They lied in the original E3 trailer. They demonstrated stuff that didn't exist. It was, you know, it wasn't in the game. They just sort of, what's the right word? Sort of like CGI'd it or whatever elements.
Yeah.
And yeah, and they did the trailer, the EA release trailer, like 18 months before it was released or something. everyone got hyped, but they hadn't even started building the game properly then either. So the real development didn't start for another couple of months, and they built the whole thing in 14 months or something crazy. Now, apologies if I've got some of the details slightly wrong, but it's along those lines. All of Anthem, well, the Anthem that was released was developed in 14 months. The Anthem version we play now took longer because they did a whole bunch of changes and bug fixes and improvements.
You can't
that weren't there.
Game these days in 14 months. Not
but that's why that was always destined to fail. And I was so excited for it. But even so, I've still played it, and I've played it right through, and I've, you know, got like my main character, my suit, my javelin is almost completely specced out in full legendary everything. It's a fun game still. You just gotta stop playing it once you get to the end game because you just run out of things to do.
Which isn't that like most of the time, I think? Wasn't it like the first big delve into like a multiplayer thing? And most RPGs that they've done don't have an end game. There's no...
Yeah, that's true.
Story, you're done.
Yep. Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it was
thinking about end game stuff because they've never had a need for end game.
Well, no, they did. They had this whole roadmap of what they were going to be releasing. All right, so the game's released here. Now we're introducing, you know, dungeons. You know, the effectively, what they call it, strongholds, which is like doing a dungeon. And now we've got these cataclysm event things, which are multiplayer, you know, even more people raid type stuff. And then they ended up just abandoning a lot of it because they had enough other issues to go through, and then all the bad press they were getting was stopping all the video game sales.
Yep, it became just a money hole or money sink, whatever you want to call it. There's no money coming in and all money going out.
Yeah. I think it could have been good. I mean, if they were trying to model similar to like Destiny, if you like Destiny or Destiny 2, could have been along those lines. I think it could have been better than Destiny, to be honest, but it's because I like Iron Man suit stuff.
I can't believe this treehouse has a barbecue. An actual barbecue that's rusted.
Ah, well.
When I think treehouse, I think child's treehouse.
Oh no, this is adult-sized treehouse. This is yeah. This is my kind of treehouse. I built a treehouse in Fallout 4 when I used to play Fallout 4. And then I got frustrated because the AI of the settlers would struggle to navigate their way up the treehouse to all the different bits. Right, loves treehouses.
The AI refused to cooperate.
Yeah, they just get stuck. They'd just be standing in like a single file queue in the middle of my settlement because they want to try and, like, it's nighttime, for example, and they want to try and go to bed, and the beds are up in the treehouse. And if there's too many people trying to navigate their way up, it just gets overloaded, and they all just stop and just stand there in a single file spread out through the settlement. Oh, it's so dumb. Some of that may have been fixed by now, or some mods may have improved it.
I doubt the developers thought anyone would build a treehouse.
There's a giant tree in the main settlement which you are herded towards. What did they think people was going to be? In Sanctuary, yeah, that's where I did it. Sanctuary, which is, you know, your hometown, that's where most people build their main settlement, although you don't have to, but most people tend to because you're shepherded there at the start, and it's a nice little homely town, and you kind of feel a little bit attached to it. There's a big-ass tree in it. Of course I was going to make a tree house. Anyway, it might be improved now. Eventually, I will play Fallout 4 on stream. I started getting it set up to do it, but we're going to be playing a bunch of other stuff first. And I was starting to gear up. Oh, when are we going to do?
And you got bit by the Oblivion bug because she asked for mod help.
That's right. That's your fault. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, and that's turned out. So what I think I need to do is with these open world games like Skyrim, Fallout, Oblivion, is if I do more of them, and it will depend on what are just plain boring contracts or side quests in the Witcher games as well, is to do that stuff off stream and just focus on the story-based stuff on stream. Otherwise, the games go for too long and people lose interest. We don't need to capture every single element we do in the game or every little quest. I think it's just the more interesting quests to do on stream. Now, thinking...
If I get a chance, because I just said Witcher 3 is freaking huge, but if I get a chance, I will go through and highlight question marks that are worth doing on stream, because nostalgia value, like it calls back to the previous game.
Yeah, but a lot of this,
you know, random stuff.
But isn't a lot of the side quests in Witcher 3, they still link into the main story somehow?
Side quests, yes. The question marks I'm talking about, like...
Oh, okay.
The map.
I've never been in the game to know what they are. Okay, so those question marks are what you're talking about. Gotcha, gotcha.
There's question marks dotted over a map, and you find them either by going close or by hitting a contract board, like a board.
So that's like the random size. Yes, so exactly. A lot of that stuff I will not do on stream because it'll make the game take too long and people will get bored.
But the side quests, all of them are good. You want to do every single side quest.
Yeah, cool. We'll do that. Brilliant. And Vito, sorry, missed your comment as well. So in Fallout 4, you build your main one at the drive-in theater, and the island. So that's the island down on the southern part of the map, right? Where you have to, like, help the Minutemen, I think. The Castle Island, is that the one you're referring to? Funny enough, that's the main three places people build settlements. Sanctuary, which is where I did mine. The drive-in theater, where you've done one. Or that Castle Island, which you've also done. Although maybe more people are doing stuff relating to Nuka World now that that's come out too. Barbecue's coming up nice and sweet.
Okay. There we go.
So Vito, have you played Skyrim then? I can't remember. I know that you've played the Fallout stuff, but I can't remember now if you've played Skyrim before. I know you've done like Morrowind and Oblivion. You'd love Skyrim. All right, cool. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, man. I just completely blanked. All right, Vito. So here's a question for you. If you could build stuff in Skyrim, what would be something you either want to have as a mechanic, or what would motivate you to build or demotivate you to build stuff? Because, I don't know, later this year, I intend to get back to making my building mod. And if you're interested, I can give you early release copies to muck around with and test and whatever else. But I'm interested to hear someone who loves building. What would you want to be able to do or not do and build in Skyrim? Now, there's limitations in the engine. I'm just going to be upfront that it's not going to be as smooth as the building process for Fallout. But I can make it so you can place stuff.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So the build, like as far as the full-on menu and stuff, yeah, can't do any of that. I've come up with my own basic kind of similar type of mechanism. The most annoying thing I can't do is I can't do snapping in Skyrim as far as placing stuff. That's just an enhancement they added to the engine. It's not something I can implement in Skyrim. And the second bit is anything you plonk down, NPCs cannot navigate. So if you put a pier down over a bit of land and over a bit of water, NPCs cannot... The pier is invisible to them. And they'll just try and walk on the ground that is underneath the pier. An extension to the halfway DLC to give more areas besides 3 houses. Yep. And put furniture wherever you want. I can do that. Build your own. Yeah, have your own little maps to build on. Also thought it'd be cool too, like once you become a thane of a city, to then make it so you can do some building in that city, either add stuff or change stuff. Just got to put a caveat on that you can absolutely build too much or block and break too much, so it will be possible to ruin things if you go too hard. We'll figure all of that out.
You know what would also be good? Different from actually the building stuff, but when you're Thane, people actually recognise you are Thane.
Oh, I think there's a mod that does something like that. And it's got, I can't remember what it's called. It's got like a name. It's not like, do you know who I am or something like that, but it's along those lines. It's basically, yeah, people will recognize and acknowledge your rank if you are a Thane and stop saying, you know, harsh comments and stuff that a lot of the NPCs say just when you walk past them.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just strange. It's like, this is your Thane, bruh.
Yeah,
what are you
and it's funny. It's funny because they'll, yeah, that's right. I think the guards are the only ones who kind of recognize it by default, right? And that's only if you break the law and you need to pull rank, and they go, "Oh, okay, I'll let you off this time." Peter says there's a mod that will let you become the High King of Skyrim. Yeah, I think I've seen some of that. Is that the one where your son was streaming it, Mike Wolf? On Twitch, he was streaming a mod like that, right? That was interesting to watch. It's not something I want to do in my playthrough, but it's kind of cool to watch and to see. I've never done the Civil War quest line in the game. I'll need to do that. Oh, so one of the things I forgot I was saying originally. I was trying to figure out when to play Skyrim. And I'm thinking I may wait because there's a mod coming out called Skyrim Extended Cut or something. And basically, there's a whole project that people have set up where they're trying to make it a bit more like The Witcher 3, where some of the side quest content links into the main story. So they're trying to enhance the story and the characters and stuff. I'm really interested to see how it comes out. Theoretically, that's going to be released sometime next year. When that comes out, that will definitely motivate me to want to stream it.
I wonder how they'd make that, like, implement that properly.
Well, I think they have to just rewrite bits of it. And it's all voice acted, so they'll probably replace some of the voice actors for some of it as well. But ultimately, I don't know. I would love to see.
Games. They really are.
Yeah, that's right. So how do you link in some of the side quests to the main story? I don't know. Maybe you need to do some Daedric quests to get some Daedric artifacts to then, you know, power up something. A little bit like what happens with, you know, later in Oblivion, you have to have at least one Daedric artifact for the main story. So you have to have done at least one Daedric quest. Maybe things like that. I don't know.
Sounds very ambitious, and if it works, it sounds like it's going to be damn.
Yeah, I'm up for it. So many games, so little time. But also, it'll give me time, therefore, to muck around with my other mods that I've got half booked and get them finished so I can eventually play with those mods on.
Yeah.
So like the fairy mod.
At the moment is my brain wants to restart Assassin's Creed Odyssey just to do a different build. I mean, I know you can respec.
Yeah.
You just, you know, you pay some gold in your character menu and you respec. It's easy. But I'm a sort of a purist in the fact that, no, this is my assassin build. This is my stealthy assassin build. I don't want to respec.
Well,
I want to play through the whole game being a stealthy assassin person.
Yeah, and if that, yeah, and that's if that's what's enjoyable, then you go and do it.
But at the same time, I also want to try a full-on warrior build because you're playing a Mystios, which is how they say mercenary. I'm
Right.
guessing it's the Greek word for mercenary, I'm guessing.
Okay. Okay. Can you make it so you flip between them? You transform in certain scenarios.
Maybe, but I'd have to get way further into my character. Like, I'd have to have a lot more talent points to spend.
Yeah.
Like, a lot more. But
Well, as long as you have fun, it doesn't matter. If you want to play the game 3 times, you go and play that game 3 times. Get your money's worth.
Well, I've got so many games to play, though.
Yeah, I know. If your heart and brain want to play some Odyssey with a different build, go for it. And then if you get bored partway through, so be it. Don't beat yourself up about it.
Every time I feel like playing something different, be easier than
Trying to pick it up again.
Oh no, easier than starting from the beginning and have to slog through the earlier quests that I've seen.
Oh, yeah.
And get up to where I was, and it's just like, no, I want to see the story as well. Come on.
Yeah. As cheesy as it is, I do like being able to respec in games if you make a mistake or you want to change how you do it. And I do like how...
have a respec option, like if you've made a mistake somewhere. There should be a legitimate way to respec.
Yeah, well, a lot of games don't have it, or never had it.
Yeah.
Fallout 76, they introduced it so you can switch between builds pretty easily. It's almost... I'm going to use it because I'm going to switch between 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm going to switch between like a stealth commando kind of build and then a power armor heavy gunner. Yeah. So I'm going to use the stealth commando for just solo questing and stuff because that's kind of fun. But then when you team up in groups, I want to use the heavy gunner tanky kind of build. Because you know what? This is the same thing I've learnt what I like to do with other online games and MMOs. I like doing different things. So I like tanking, right? I like tanking in groups. But if I'm doing solo questing in, World of Warcraft or Star Wars or Elder Scrolls Online, I like playing more of a stealthy, DPS kind of fighter type thing.
Yeah, well, that's something I might have to look into with Odyssey, just because you've got the stuff you can stealth and the stuff that you can't stealth. You've got to macho man it and be in the thick of it, and a stealthy character does not handle that very well.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's possible, don't get me wrong, it is possible, but it's just hell of annoying because you're spending more time dodging, getting a hit in.
Yeah, dodging. It's very grindy, yeah.
And hoping you don't get hit too often because then you're dead.
Well, so far this treehouse level is actually not too bad because there's lots of stuff to clean, but it's not stuck on really too hard and it's not too fiddly, yeah. So, good choice.
We're still only 31% though.
Oh, jeez. I just saw that. Well, lucky I've still got a half full beverage.
Oh, I'm going to have to refill my wine soon.
Well, going back to the whole building aspect, when I discovered building in and enjoyed the building in Fallout 4, then I started to discover, this is why kids go mental for Minecraft. Because that's,
I think you'll really enjoy Grounded if you pick
I think so. So I've also played a bit of No Man's Sky, and that's kind of like an adult version of Minecraft in a way. Now again,
so hard when it first came out.
That's right, and that's and it was overpromised and underdelivered. But they're also they're being praised because over the last 6 or 7 years, they just keep adding stuff and fixing stuff and adding stuff, and it's all free. So you've bought the game once, and now it's actually a decent game to play. So it's like the redemption story, and that's why sometimes games that release a little bit sketchy are compared to maybe it'll come back like No Man's Sky did.
Yeah.
But the narrative is, yeah, maybe they will, but that shouldn't be the standard. That shouldn't be the expectation, because most of the time they don't redeem themselves.
I wonder why people don't want to buy on release anymore, and it's because
That's right.
it's going to be a buggy piece of hell.
Yeah, that's right. And so, release the game properly and don't be a dick about it, basically. Vito! Oh, you're heading to bed? No worries, man. Thanks for coming along. Is everyone ready for D&D? I will be ready for some D&D. We'll need to check with the rest of the group. Should do a ping. Do a ping to everyone on Discord, Vito. Well, next step of our D&D campaign. That will be very cool.
I probably seriously have to duck out, sadly, on D&D. I'm just going to be too tired. I can handle something like this, but...
fair enough.
Got so much going on at work, it's not funny.
Yeah, I mean, if you got work going on, that makes it a bit hard too, because weekends are sort of peak periods for you sometimes, right?
Yep, and then when I'm at home, I don't want to be...
Don't want to be thinking.
Yeah, I don't want to be thinking too hard.
Fair enough.
I want to just be chilling.
No worries, that's cool. So Vito, you'll do a post, no props, man. All good. Be a cool hangout session. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us, Vito, and thanks for chatting. Hope you have a good rest. Right, we need to change tracks. This music needs to change.
Did it get horrible all of a sudden?
Not awful, but not great. Laters, Vito! There is a lot of moss on this big old platform. Where are you, by the way? I've lost track of where you are.
Underneath. I'm cleaning underneath, because you've got to do underneath.
Fair enough.
As well. So I thought, I'll try and get this sorted, because it's a big area.
Yep. So Frosty, in your Oblivion playthrough, you got some of the way, and then you had some bugs and stuff, and you restarted a couple of times with the different mods. Did you play Skyrim or not yet?
Not yet, because I don't want to play it vanilla.
Yeah.
I'd rather have some mods.
Oh, you got to get some mods on for sure. Yeah.
So,
well, I found. Yeah, I have found a mod list on Wabberjack that looks promising.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to try. Because when I've done my Skyrim setup, I'll spend literal days setting up like 500 mods to get all the graphics and everything looking perfect the way I want. With a lot of testing and fiddling in the middle, but I can't be bothered, and it's hard for people to replicate it. So I want to try and do something similar to what I did with Oblivion, whereas I found a good Wabberjack mod list as a base, and then just added stuff on top of it. And that way I can more easily show other people, hey, if you want your game to look like this, put these mods on. And it's not going to be too onerous to do so.
It's probably a good idea. Just, no, for me as a modding noob, I find modding very daunting.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, well, I still need to get around to doing some mod installation or mod understanding tutorial videos. Again, not enough time, Frosty. I need more time. Or I need to clone myself or something.
Oh, finally. But then I'd end up sending my clone to work for me, and they'd end up hating me so much they'd probably kill me because I got all the fun and they got all the hard work.
Yeah. That is the problem.
Go. This wood is so mossy.
Yes, but it's coming off easy, which is what I like. I hate it when stuff's stuck on too hard. When it comes off easy, it's much more satisfying on a level like this, I think. When it's fiddly and persistent, that's not satisfying. That's just annoyance. man, we're 45% in.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a big level.
There's a big one. Once we've finished this level, that will probably be it for me tonight, I reckon.
Yeah, probably. I mean, this is taking.
That's still a ways off. Yeah, we've still got a bit to do.
I mean, that carousel, even that last part of that carousel, took a long time.
Rainer. Yep, that was an awful level.
Hey, you did get very far by yourself.
Yeah. But, oh man, I can't believe how long it took just to do that last part, like that last bit, so... Oh, I think I made the right call in not trying to finish it on my own.
Very true. My gosh, we're a whopping 48% through.
Nearly halfway. I'm doing this fiddly table legs.
I'm still trucking along.
Hey, there we go.
Exploring.
Oh, you're underneath there.
Yep, there's a lot of stuff to do here.
Oh, yeah. I see. I did some of the underside, but I did it just over here, and then I just went up the stairs. I thought it was done. I am not good at the detail that I've learnt in this game. I am not a detail person. An extension on... Actually, put the... oh, nope, not the extra long, just the long.
I've got the extra long one. It's not doing very well at all.
Try just the long and not the extra long.
Oh. Okay. That doesn't make much sense to me, but okay. Whatever you say, game.
Well, I think you're in the optimal range for the long one, whereas the extra long was like when we're trying to do the mayor's house, which is like fucking miles away.
Oh, very true.
It's like trying to shoot someone in the next room with a sniper rifle.
Very good analogy there.
Yes, analogies. I'll let you get back to that. I will finish some of these rails.
We're over halfway.
Yay. Yeehaw! It is very serene here. It's very pretty.
It is. You can hear the birdies.
Yes.
Oh, man. The paneling. The panels on the underdeck here gotta kill me, I reckon. They're harder to clean.
Beams.
You know, you got the flooring, and then you got the stuff holding it up.
Yeah, yep. The beamy jiggers.
Yeah.
The beam doodads, yep.
They are.
Joists is what do they call it? Joists. Yes, I see. They are long and...
You can think you've done them, but you haven't done the tiny microscopic corners.
Yeah. This is where we need Cookie.
Yep.
Cookie's good at doing the detail of these things.
He really is. But knowing Cookie this time of night, he'd probably be just writing cheeky things in the dirt for us to find and clean later.
Yes. Must all be one giant railing. Imagine you had a quest like this in Skyrim or Dragon Age or something. Come and wash the fence panels. How about no? I'll blow them up instead.
I think that'd be the quest giver I'd probably kill.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather kill and take your stuff instead. Thank you.
Well, sometimes you got to do things like collecting flowers and stuff.
True. But that's normally pretty simple.
Yeah.
Whereas this is fiddly nightmare-y. Oh my god.
Nightmare material. Alright, there's a big line. So much ground to cover on this. At least it can be satisfying to do it in nice steady arcs and lines. A bit like Vito doing his props in Farm Simulator.
Very true. That's very relaxing to watch, I must say.
Hmm.
Oh my god. The crevices. The crevices.
Gotta move our ladder equipment out of the way. It's on the ground getting in my way.
How dare it.
Yeah, I don't want to use it, I just want to shift it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, when you do get back up here, there's plenty of things to do.
Oh, I'm taking a break from that.
Shed
from that.
from the floor.
Yeah, taking a break
Yeah.
from... We've done most of the flooring. It's just the ribbing keeping it up that is bothering me. Because it's all those sides of it connecting to the panels of the flooring. It's just like, nope. Just nope.
Yeah. Everything is sizable. Is large.
Need some wood cleaner for that, I reckon. It's just too annoying.
If you can, yeah, and just spray it in the general direction, you reckon?
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, that's a good wide bit there, yes. Nice wide windrows going. Oh, I'm getting weird cramps in my mouse aiming hand.
Oh dear. That does not sound good.
No, I must be concentrating too much on the aiming and the alignment.
See, I tend to use the WASD keys to move.
That's what I've been doing too. That's why I don't understand. Why is my hand cramping? If you see me move around, I'm mostly aiming and then moving in smooth motions using the directional controls. That's alright. I'll deal with it. It'll be cool. Right. But although this is a big level, I still prefer this to that bloody horse carousel thing.
Yeah, this is a lot easier.
Well, it's a lot more... I think it's more satisfying. It's less frustrating.
There's no real hidden bit. It's just...
Well, yet. We don't know that... There might be some still to come.
I think the worst part's going to be going back to underneath to that floor.
Yeah.
Just to get those beams, the corners of those beams.
Yeah.
And the side ridges and stuff.
I think you're right. Music, man, shut up. So what game are you most interested in coming to stream in the near future? Probably The Witcher.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing you do The Witcher 2.
Yeah. Soon. We'll do BioShock first.
I want you to do both Chapter 2 arcs, and I don't know, you probably won't have time to do both Chapter 2 arcs.
Probably not. Probably not.
Shame, because you get more of the story that way by doing
Yeah,
both.
okay. Interesting.
But at the same time, if you're not going to do both, I'd probably go with doing Yorva's route.
Yorvath, the elf.
Yes.
What's the other choice? Roach.
Is going Roach's route.
Is it Roach? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Just happens to be named the same as Geralt's
Well, you
horse.
see, it's French. It's R-O-C-H.
Oh, Roche. Yeah.
Roche.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know, he's a great friend. He's your bro. But doing his Chapter 2 is just painful because of.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah. All right.
He's the human route. And
Yeah. Okay.
Humans have human problems.
There's always humans versus elves again, right? Is it?
Yeah, and of course humans are the nasty ones, really.
Yeah. Yep. Typically,
So if
humans
you're
are
not gonna do
dicks.
both- If you're not going to do
Yeah.
both, I'd suggest doing your best.
Okay, duly noted. We'll look to do that. Meanwhile, we've got GB. Oh, how do I say this? GBE YouTube. How are you doing? I apologize if I've mispronounced it. I am not very good with names. Have you played PowerWash before? Are you a PowerWash fan? Am I driving you mental with my flawed techniques? Try and get this whole decking floor area done. Have you played BioShock before? Or had any interest in BioShock, Frosty?
Some of the first one. I liked it, but then I took a break and never went back to it.
So you never finished it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did like it, so I don't know why I stopped and didn't go back to it.
Oh, well, I had the same thing. The first time I played it, I kind of liked it, but then I stopped playing it. I don't really remember why. But then when I went back and played it again, yeah, I did finish it. And in doing so, I realized just how close I was the first time round.
It has some great story twists.
It does. It does. BioShock Infinite had the most unpredictable plot twists and story elements. Although Dragon Age Inquisition really got me at the end there, so that's probably up there with it. But when I
got everybody.
Oh yeah, but when I played BioShock Infinite, I was lost, confused, and I'm like, what? I then had to immediately go and read a couple of articles to make sure I understood what was going on. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't pick up this bit in the game earlier. Oh, I didn't notice that either. But now I do. So when we play through that, I'll be able to point out some of these other little things along the way.
But from what I understand, Infinite is not well loved.
Okay, I have never actually looked into how well it was or wasn't received.
That's just what I've heard. I don't know how true it is. I didn't really do much looking into it.
Yeah, I actually got a bit bored of the gameplay partway through. But I wanted to see what happened in the story. I was hooked on the story, so I soldiered on anyway.
People didn't really like.
Yeah, I didn't love it. But, you know, I found a way to make it work. Blasted through the content, got it done, and I'm so glad I finished it because that was, yeah, really good and interesting story stuff. It's a pity that when I stream it, it won't be the first time I've seen it. And therefore, you won't see my true initial reactions to some of the reveals along the way. But everyone else will.
You've forgotten. I'm sure there's things you've forgotten though too.
Oh, there's subtle things I've forgotten, but because that game left such an imprint on my mind, I remember, I think, most of the big things. But don't worry, that means I can point them out and explain them when they come along. But to be honest, that's a fair way off anyway. We'll do Bioshock, then Witcher and stuff, and then eventually Bioshock 2, which I've never played, and then eventually Bioshock Infinite. Or we may do Infinite before 2, because they are actually separate. Alright, deck is done. Oh, that's a nice clean deck.
Nice.
Alright, let's get some wall business going.
Oh, these are some dirty stairs. Dirty, mossy stairs.
Dirty, dirty stairs. Yeah, the stairs and the rails get a bit irritating.
Yeah, they kind of do. Nothing's irritated me as much as the beneath the deck though, which I still haven't completed.
Oh, we're under 73% done. All right. Yeah, I'm going to need to make sure I get Witcher 2 set up with all the graphics mods again.
Yeah.
I have played the first chapter. Yeah, I got it looking really nice. Because what I did originally is I started trying to make like a cinematic version. So what I did is I played and recorded footage of the game, trying to turn it into like its own sort of TV episode kind of thing, as a bit of, you know, bit of an experiment. It kind of worked. Some of it didn't quite work, but ultimately it was so much effort.
I always found the graphics in Witcher 2, even without mods, rather interesting. I've never seen graphics in quite that style in a game before. I still haven't actually. It's the only one I've seen.
Very intricate.
With that particular sort of
But what style do you mean?
Oh,
You mean like the design of like the outfits and stuff, or?
yeah, well that, and just the way the graphics themselves looked. Like it was just felt very different the way the characters looked and the... it's hard to explain.
Okay.
To me, it's just something I felt when I was watching. I've never seen anything like it.
Okay.
Like I've seen great looking games and I see even better looking games now, but at the time as well, Witcher 2 was well ahead of its time as well, graphics wise.
Yeah.
You know, you needed a real beast of a PC to play it at the time.
Well, a game that really had a very different art style that took a bit of getting used to for me was Dishonored.
Ah, yes.
Played Dishonored, and it's well done. It's yeah, it's well.
I did enjoy what I played.
Yeah, it is a good game. It's an interesting story and all that sort of stuff. The art style is unique, but it does work. Like had to sort of get used to it for a moment, but it is good.
It matches the story very well.
Matches the universe, matches everything. Matches, yeah, the story, the lore, the atmosphere. It all comes together very well. Ting ting.
Silly railing. Come on.
Some people... Have you ever played the Monkey Island series?
No, I've seen.
No, I never really have either.
YouTube videos of YouTubers playing it, and they do have a new one out.
Yeah, the new one that's coming out is got a very different art style that a lot of people are hating.
Actually, it is out now.
Oh, it is out, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
But
I've never
does have a very
played it.
different art style compared to even just the remastered Monkey Islands that they done as well. That brought the original Monkey Islands up to speed, just graphics wise and system wise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was surprised they went with that kind of art style that they have, but I haven't really looked too much into the new one. I'm not really 100% interested in
No, me neither. I'm not gonna
get too frustrated with the puzzle element because it's not. You wander around everywhere trying to put the clues together, and it's just like I think I'd get so frustrated with this.
Yeah, it's a point and click.
How my brain works.
Yeah. It's not an immersive thing. It's a point and click kind of.
Point and click and wander back
or
and forth and wonder what the hell you're missing.
Yeah.
And back in the day, one of the YouTubers I was watching were going on about how with some clues he'd literally have to call the hotline.
Oh wow.
To find out what he was bloody missing and how to solve it.
Oh, that's annoying.
Because there was no Google back then.
No, I know. Some of my friends were Monkey Island fans, but I'd never played it, so I never got to the experience.
I mean, watching other people playing it, I can see why people would like it. It's just not my game. It's not my game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Doesn't mean I can't enjoy other people playing it though. It's just not something I'm going to enjoy. I can imagine getting so annoyed that I'd be swearing at it. Because I do that, I get so annoyed with the game if I'm enjoying it that I'll swear at it.
Yeah.
And then I have to take a break because I'm that pissed off.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be playing games to enjoy them, not to get angry at them.
Exactly.
We must be getting close with this big ass wall.
Oh,
where are you at the moment?
I'm doing the railing over here. Where are you?
I can hear you somewhere. Oh yeah, there you are. Hello. This map's just so big.
It sure is. But no, I've recently, until I got stuck into the Assassin's Creed thing that I'm doing now, just was struggling to get into a game. I would start it, then log out of it because I'm just like, ugh.
Which game?
Oh, I think I was just playing too many CRPGs.
Yeah.
And then I just...
Yeah, that's why I find I need to jump between, like, you know, fantasy style, sci-fi style, or FPS versus RPG. I need to mix it up a bit to get burnt out.
I just was at the point where I had so many games, and I was just like, I feel like I have nothing to play because none of them are tickling my fancy. None of them are making me go, yes, I'm going to play this.
Yeah.
So instead I'll just sit there staring at my game library going, what do I play? And then I'd scroll over to the store, and of course then there was all these deals going. Was like, yoink! But now I've got even more games to choose from, and I still don't want to play any of them just yet. Fuck! But I did pick up Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 for less than $10 for the both of them with that.
Oh, geez, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that deal?
Steam.
Just a Steam sale, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got it in like the last, I think, 11 hours of the sale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, well, I can't regret spending less than $10 on...
Oh, no, you can't go wrong. Yeah, you can't go wrong for that, especially when it's like a, you know, they're known titles.
Yeah. And they're not small games either, from memory.
A decent size.
Even with not being open world, they're still pretty damn big.
Yeah, yeah. You get your value.
This is
not everything needs to be open. Sorry, yeah. It's a literal. It's like a tree mansion.
Yeah.
Or a tree estate.
It sure is, but no, not everything needs to be open world. It's just what I'm used to for the most part.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But some games, I think, cheapen themselves or lessen their quality or experience in trying to make things open world because that's the trend when they just don't need to be. I think some of that happened with the Assassin's Creed franchise, but I don't have my opinion's not as valid because
there's so much to do in Assassin's Creed now. I mean, those extra quests that you can pick up that come and go and disappear. It's just like, oh my god, isn't there enough in the base game? Like in the
it's an objective simulator. Go to the map point to do the thing. Go to the map point, do the thing.
Exactly.
But to be honest, my opinion's probably not quite as valid on the Assassin's Creeds because I just haven't played much of them, so
yeah, the ones that annoy me are the ones that want you to go out to sea and force you to kill a specific creature, like maybe a shark or something, and you can't find sharks to the life of you.
Oh yeah, that's annoying.
It's just like, oh, well, this is stupid. I'm just not going to bother with it. And then the time it runs
this is dumb. I'm going to bail.
Sorry, Quest Giver, I'm sure you'll live without these shark killages. Sorry.
So good luck.
No, so I felt I was in a game slump for a little bit there.
Yeah, I think we all get that from time to time. I think there's also a bit of a psychological thing as well. Sometimes we can get to a phase where we're so stimulated and we're used to having an awesome time playing games that like the bar's been raised and we get a little bit desensitized. So a good way to fix it is to like try and detox or spend a couple of weeks being a bit bored, and then finally you'll find a game more easily that'll resonate, and when it does resonate, it'll then, it'll hit hard again, and you'll get those good game times once more.
True. Oh no, rust. You've got to be kidding me, rust. Of course there's rust, there's moss.
Are you on the roof?
Yep.
There we go, finally got that trim. Alright, now I saw some other dodgy window frames. Can we get the window frames done is the question. Okay, what's going on here? Why has this window frame got something left? Don't give me annoying fiddly bits.
Oh dear.
Okay, ding ding, very good. Maybe flashing some orange. Alright, that one's done.
Definitely getting warmer. I'm actually feeling really hot now. I'm just like, oh.
Well, spring and summer is coming.
Very true. I'm just like, next time, tomorrow after work, I'm going to have to get some cold drinks to stock up at home.
Yeah.
I'm going to start needing them again.
Summertime, come at me, bruh. Well, in the outback, we got a taste of warmer weather. And it was quite nice. Although it's not humid there, so it feels easier to cope with the warm weather there in the deserty areas. Oh man, where? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the dirt on this door? There we go. Ding. That's what we like to see. Yes, ding for me, baby, ding for me.
Get those dings in.
We do. Alright, I thought these were going to be really fiddly and annoying, and they're actually not too bad. Although this window frame's annoying. Start to get frustrated so easy. Oh, there it was down there, is it? Okay. Come on, where's the rest of it? Oh, it's just got this tiny bit and I can't find it. Why do you do this to me? There it is. All right, don't know where it was, but it dinged. That's all I care about. Hey.
I didn't see it, but it dings, so I don't care.
That's it. Just give me those dings, bruh. Oh, that one's already done. Oh, no, now it is.
But no, speaking of open world, I think that's one of the reasons why I prefer DA 1 and 2 and Witcher 1 and 2 a little bit more, is simply because it's the world.
Not open world? Yeah.
You know, Witcher 2 is a lot more sort of open world than Witcher 1, but it's still sort of linear. You're not going to get lost.
Yeah, it's not true open world, but it's just more explorative. It's enough to feel yeah, it's enough to it's big enough to fit things in without being all like dull and boring. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Too much.
Yeah.
So as funny as it is, as much as I love Witcher 3, I'm more likely to 100% and complete Witcher 1 and Witcher 2.
Oh, it's more achievable.
To complete Witcher 3 100% just because there's so much more legwork in Witcher 3, and a lot of it is just inconsequential question marks.
Yeah, very sounds grindy.
All the question marks once. And these days, I won't even bother to try. I'll do most of them, but when you get to a certain world, most of them are underwater, and it's literally loot. You're just going underwater, grabbing loot, and having to trudge back to
that sounds irritating.
Store to sell stuff because you're overburdened. No matter how much stuff you put away into your storage.
That's my problem in Fallout 76 right now. Is like, oh man, it's inventory management simulator right now because just I'm picking up too many things. So I'm getting better at not picking up as much stuff. But yeah, it's too much loot.
Witcher 3 is a brilliant freaking game. I love it to pieces. But you won't see me 100% that particular map because it's just no. It's not my idea of a good time. Question marks of loot with no actual story to them. It's just like, no thanks.
Oh yeah. Just content for content's sake, it feels like.
Yeah, but at the same time, without being spoilery, it makes sense for that world as well. Just because of how that map is.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Doesn't make it any less frustrating.
Yeah.
My inner 100%er cries because it knows it's not going to do it.
See, I don't have that problem because I pretty much never 100% games. So that's okay. I can handle that.
In 100%er cry a little bit too, just hearing that. So sad. But that's okay. I'll 100% games for you, Shade. That's fine.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And then you can share the achievement screenshots on Discord.
Yeah, so I'll have to start.
It's almost like a meme in itself. You finish games. I 100% games. We are not the same.
Different levels of achievement there. But finishing a game is also very achievement worthy. There's so many games that I've loved and just stopped like halfway through. No idea why I've just stopped.
I have to admit, since I've been streaming, it's been making me finish games more.
Yeah, it would do that. It would do that.
Because I'm determined and I try and have a plan for each one.
If you ever stream from a PS4 or it finally comes to PC, because I'm pretty sure it will, the PS4 only logo's gone off it. Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Would be a good rec from me. I love that game.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I just have to admit, because it's effectively a semi-open world JRPG or something. Is that right? No, it's not a JRPG, but it's set in like a medieval Japan. Is that right?
Yeah, it's set in the era of the samurai.
Yeah.
The
Mongols. Yeah.
Mongol invasion.
Yeah.
Trying to think of how to say the word.
Yep.
It is a gorgeous freaking game.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely stellar. It's
Yeah, I should give it a go. I don't know when I will.
But it is no way a JRPG.
No, that's the thing. That's what I've got to keep reminding myself, right? Because JRPGs are not my thing. I can't get into them.
It is. It's literally an RPG. It is an RPG.
Yeah.
Except you are telling the story of Jin Sakai. So
Yeah.
it's sort of like a mini RPG in the fact that you can create your character, but in the end you're gonna, if you've done
You're playing the role of a predefined character.
Yes, you're playing out his story, and his story is literally a samurai having to break his code and become a ninja and be the first ninja, I suppose.
Okay.
But no, it's a beautiful game, and I highly recommend.
Yeah, lots of people do. Maybe I will one day.
And you
well, the other one's from PlayStation. Sorry?
You have cute fox bros that you can find, and some of them will let you pat them, and they do cute little motions and happy.
Oh well, we do like patting the things.
And I get really sad when it's a fox that won't let you pat it because it's just not there, and you're going, oh,
Rude.
hi fox friend.
Yeah, I need to check that out too. I guess it's too many games.
Yep. But you'll probably have to wait till it comes out on PC, so it's not.
Well, that's true. I will not be playing it on PlayStation. I will not be getting a PlayStation. I'm a PC gamer. But that's why I'm excited, because the Horizon Zero Dawn is on PC now. Spider-Man is on PC. I'm like, hey, I'll do Spider-Man. What do you guys think? And someone's like, well, actually, I like you mentioned BioShock. And then Cookie's like, yeah, I want to see BioShock. So I put it to a vote, and all of you fuckers voted BioShock. So we're doing BioShock instead of Spider-Man.
What's it you get for putting it to a vote?
That's it. That's it.
Instead we're doing Spider-Man.
Well, I want to put it to the community, get some involvement.
You can play.
I mean, they're both good games. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, we'll be playing Spider-Man at some stage, because it's meant to be the PC release has even more graphic fidelity than it did on PlayStation.
We'll have to have some reason to bring it out on PC and make it compatible.
Yeah, the other thing I intend to play is
oh my god, I see a gnome.
Oh, where?
It's up here. If you're on the roof, look.
Cannot get up.
You're on the ladder.
Oh, yeah, it's just here. Oh, there he is.
He's just chilling like it's a hammock.
The Last of Us.
Oh, yes, they're remaking that again, aren't they?
Well, I think part of it's done. I think it is done. Yeah, but I think it's on PC, right? Is the new remaster on PC?
I think it's coming to PC.
I will be playing that. I will be streaming it.
Again.
Yeah, it's meant to be very good.
And they've remastered it for the PS5.
Well,
I'm just like, holy crap, man.
Well, no, they've more remade it. Like it's massive. I don't know if you've seen the comparison videos or anything. Like for The Last of Us, there is a massive upgrade in the visuals.
I think they took a lot of some things to improve it from The Last of Us 2. Like just to add some elements that they added into the second game. I'm not 100% on that though.
Well, I intend on playing it. I've never been able to because it's never been on PC. I've heard people talk about how awesome and stuff it is. And I know nothing about it. I don't have any spoilers in my head about it. So I'm going to get the full experience. Whereas at least Detroit Become Human, that's on PC now. But I know some of the spoilers in that because I watched people play it. Because I didn't think I was going to get to. And I was interested in the game.
And I have that on PC.
On PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I may not get to that one.
You can get to it eventually. It can be on your very long to-do list.
The growing list. We've still got some dirt in under here.
A lot of dirt under there still. I gave up on it.
There we go. 95%! Come on, bring it home.
Took us forever to get here, but we're getting there.
Oh, I can feel like my frustration physically building. It's starting to feel tedious and fiddly. Like these fucking rails, man.
Yeah, as I said, rails. Those under rails are so frustrating.
I'm doing the roundy rails. That's bad enough.
Oh gosh, I'm back.
It's like I want to lower, you know how you only got to hit like 98% of something being clean and it goes ding and just cleans?
Yep.
It's like I wanted to lower that to be like 95% or 93% or something when you're doing these fiddly things so you don't have to get in all the little crevices. Complete it.
Too bad they don't have that option in the settings.
No. I'm gonna find a config file to hack.
Don't let Cookie hear you say that.
Yeah. $97. If we had Cookie here, this would be probably one of the more satisfying levels, I reckon.
He would have been working on this non-stop.
Yeah, we'll see. He would be hopefully doing the detailed bits that I can't be. Oh, there's a waterfall. Oh, that's beautiful. There's a waterfall over there.
Oh.
That's nice.
Do we have to clean it?
No.
Oh,
Off in the distance.
That's even better.
Clean a waterfall would be annoying.
We've done that already though, haven't we? I think we've cleaned something that's similar to a water fountain feature.
Oh, the fountain. Yeah, there was a fountain, yeah.
That was a bit frustrating.
Ding. Oh, I slowly fell off the edge. This is a beautiful treehouse, though.
It is. I'm jealous of this tree.
Would totally love to live here.
The only thing I wouldn't like is all the spiders that would no doubt be about.
That's true. Or maybe it's not in Australia, and therefore there's not too many spiders. Sorry?
There's always spiders.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like we get even more from
Probably.
trees.
It is Australia.
Like you know, the huntsmans and the orbs. The orb spiders both of them love trees.
Very true. I think Grounded might actually be set maybe in Australia just because they've got wolf spiders and orb spiders and...
Which game?
Oh my god. Grounded.
Oh, Grounded. Ah.
Yeah.
Might be. I don't know who the developer is.
But this feels very Australian outback because everything's trying to kill you, man.
Grounded developer. Who made it? Oh, it's made by Obsidian. That's right. Based in California.
Well, so they must have all the spiders and wolf spiders too.
Yeah, I know they definitely have wolf spiders. Because the west parts of America have similarities to us.
Mm. I was telling an American friend about the bird-eating spider.
Yeah.
And they looked it up, and oh my god, did they?
Yeah, it's nightmare. That's nightmare material. they're up in, is it northern Queensland for those, or is it Northern Territory?
Melbourne, I think.
Really? Yeah. I've never seen a bird-eating spider, and nor do I want to.
My mum. See, I was telling the story of my mum and dad looking for a house up in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And one of the houses they were looking at, they liked a lot, but as they were looking about, you know, the outside.
There's a bird-eating spider.
And Mum happens to look to the side and she literally screams because there's this big-ass bird-eating spider, and she tells Dad, "We're not buying here."
Yep. Yeah, I love this house. A pity it's got to be burnt down due to the horrible spider that's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't buy that house because Mum refused.
Yeah, well, they are literally a spider that is big enough to eat fucking birds.
Exactly. I don't blame her at all.
Nightmare material.
Yes, I felt a bit bad that they felt the need to look it up because they were going, what's so bad about a, you know, what would make you not buy a house over a spider? And we thought, okay, yeah, I get it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, look up the spider. Oh, yeah, okay, I get it now. Yeah, that's why.
I wouldn't buy a house where I saw a bird-eating spider close by either. I'd be too damn scared that they'd come pay me a visit.
Are they aggressive? I don't even know how aggressive or venomous they are or aren't.
I'm not 100% sure, but the point is they're big, they're scary, and they can eat bloody birds.
They can eat birds. Ah, crazy bastards. There we go.
Oh, we're at the horrible 99%.
99%. All right. Bring it home. Collect the stars. Collect the dollars. This level is massive.
It really is.
Fascia. Let's highlight a fascia that's apparently 94% done. I don't even know. This level is so huge. How do you even find some of these parts?
And eyes of a hawk, I suppose, just looking for the golly bits.
Fascia's pretty... Oh, there it is. Found it. So fascia's pretty broad. Got it. Ka-ching.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah, a lantern. There's a filthy lantern somewhere. That's going to be one of these danglies. I thought I got most of these. I'm using the highlighty.
You're such a cheaty McCheater.
I'm a utilizing tool set, utilizing tool setter. Like, are there lanterns downstairs?
Yes. There was a couple, but I think I got them.
Apparently there's one. Did click it, didn't I? Yeah, one more lantern. There's 12 overall.
It's a lot of lanterns.
I know, I can't find the one that is not done. Oh, there it is. Yep, that's very filthy. One hanging out of a tree. There we go. Next item, window. Fuck me, I missed a window frame out of all of that.
There's a poster of the lost cat over here.
Oh yes, the lost cat that maybe isn't actually lost.
Yeah, see, there it is, poster.
Yes. Over there. I'll go have a look in a minute. Let me find this. Yeah, one more window frame. Oh, and there is a vertical house trim that needs fixing. Where is it? There we go, got that one. Still got to find the window frame. Are the windows down? Nope, found it.
No windows down here.
Cool. All right, that's all done. All right, let's have a look at this cat poster. Whee. Oh, we can't walk out there to it. Invisible wall says no.
I know. I was trying to get close, going, yes, there's no wall here to stop us this time. Invisible wall tricked me. So, gotcha.
Yes, again. All right, roof trims.
It's just
Two more.
There's no way to zoom in either, so you can't have a good look.
No, yeah. We need a scope. We need a scope for our pressure washer to zoom in.
Yes, we need a.
Then we can 360 no scope stuff. Oh, there's something on that that needs doing. Cool, got it.
Too bad power washers don't have scopes. Pretty sure.
Or do they? Roof trim. There we go. There's one. Can't believe I never knew this highlight feature existed until tonight. Am I still on
I had
it?
to use it on that big play, one of the playgrounds that we had to do, because there's been a couple of playgrounds, but
Yeah, there has.
yeah, I had to use that feature on one of those. Because there was just so many trimmings. I'm going, where is it?
I can't find. Actually, maybe it's on the upper side. Yes, that's where it is. Some bitch. It's a whole bunch of stuff here. Alright, can I move this ladder to be more useful? Yes, I can. Ta-da! Now one more roof trim.
Are you kicking the soccer ball?
No. I'm
It's me on the tyres, I think. No, not me on the tyres. Weird.
Yes. All right. Middle deck joists. That's in your section. Middle deck rim joists. Lots of joists. Lower deck undersides. All right, you're doing that, aren't you?
Fine.
Upper deck railings, man. We're down to like 6 items. Upper deck joists, 10 out of 26. Oh, what? 10. We got 16 more to go. I don't even know what this is going to be highlighting. Is it underneath? Oh, dearie me, it is underneath.
That'll be why there's so many.
Oh, this is making my tummy hurt. Okay, so what do we need? We need some extendy doodads. That's okay. That's working. Yeah. All right. Well, we knocked a couple off already, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Let's keep going. Have to tackle them from the other side as well. Let's see what we can tackle from this side. Sort out Frosty's joists. The joist action. Sounds dodgy.
It kind of does.
Okay. Here. Hey, look, the to-do list has popped up. We are close. We're nearly done. Nearly done. You filthy joisters.
9 and 2. God damn. Oh dear.
Let's put on the extra long extension. Yes. These aren't too bad once you get the right attachments and the right angle. Yes. Bring it. It's so funny. This game is always so relaxing and satisfying at the start, but at the end I end up so tense and worked up from it. I'm going to play something else afterwards.
Something that's actually relaxing?
Or just, I don't know, something else. You got any more? Or, oh, this one here. Did not work. That got it. That got that one. At least these aren't too bad when you've got the attachments on. Any other glowing joists? No.
There's only one more upper deck joist.
Oh, I can't see it.
No, I think under here is all done. Oh no, here we go.
No, there is one more. That one, is it? Ah, oh, it's a middle deck joist. Where's the other upper one? Ah, I see you, you cheeky bastard. The short one at the end here.
Hey, middle deck is done.
Alright. Upper deck rim joists. I don't even know what that is. Highlighted. Magical tablet of... Oh, it's these roundy bits. Okay. That did not do anything.
Alright, that's done.
Ah, there's a bit. Yes, two more. Upper deck rim joists.
Might have to go upstairs.
Can't even see him. Oh, there's one. Ooh, some bitch. Right, that hasn't quite got it. But on the inside of that tree. This one here. Ding, one more. One more! And we're done. It is an upper deck rim joist. I cannot see a subtle flashing occurring anywhere. Oh dear. Oh, no. That stairs was flashing for a second. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, flashing flashes, where are you?
Oh dear, I cannot see. You're joking. We got one more thing that I can't find. Alright, so it's definitely on the upper deck. Cool. I'll go on the up deck and see. I'll cut some laps around there to see if I can find it.
It's the last one, that's why it's so damn hard to find.
So it's going to be, theoretically, the outside. Ah, found it.
Found it?
Yeah, so it's around this tree here. It might be the underside of this tree. Where are you?
Trying to find you.
Alright, it's very supple. It's right up in there. Ta-da! Yes! Holy shit, that was a big level. Far out.
We got grunt cookies.
Oh. Career mode advanced. Alright, let's montage this bish. Oh, that's not a bad looking montage. I reckon. Look at that filthy thing getting cleaned up. Yes, save that one. All right. I am knackered. That is definitely the end of our power washing sim tonight. What do we do? What do you normally do? Open to overview. Pick. Level complete. Doesn't it usually then take us to the menu? What am I doing wrong? Alright, then we've got the temple to do next. Cool. Well, we'll save that for another day. Ooh-wee. All right. Thank you very much, Frosty, for coming along and hanging out and chatting and power washing with us this evening.
No worries, it was a good time.
It was. Thank you to everyone who's come along to hang out or lurk or chat to us. Really appreciate your time as well. Next stream is theoretically back on Monday, Tuesday, as we do more of the Fighters Guild and gearing up for the main story in Oblivion and looking to finish off that entire saga. There's still a little bit to go, but we're coming to the home stretch for that game. And then we might even be finishing Doom next Thursday as well when we do our Thursday FPS Doom session with Sparkle Sauce. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Cool. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for listening to us blabber on and rant about various games and things like that. And a big thank you to Frosty and a massive shout out to our Patreon sponsors right next to me here. You guys are absolute legends. You guys are what enables some of the extra things to happen in the community, such as our co-op gaming sessions as we branch into more games and sort of are able to try and acquire some of these titles for people to actually play as a group. Anyway, that's enough talking for me. This has been Nerdedness. I've been Shade. You've been awesome. And somewhere floating around here has been Frosty. Have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll talk to you again soon.
See you.